Hi everybody, it's Diana from It's Only Makeup, and this is my updated foundation, contour, and highlight routine. This is what I'm currently doing for the summer. This is going to be a talk through video, so I'll show you everything that I'm doing and I'll go through all of the steps for you so you see exactly how I do my current foundation, contour, and highlight. I hope you like videos like this. I can tend to be a little chatty. I think I kept the chattiness to a minimum on this video, so I think you'll enjoy it. If you're interested in my current foundation routine, then keep watching. So first I'm going to start out with my moisturizer. I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I just pump that on my hand, 2 pumps. And slide that all over my face. And my nose might be a little red because I just blew it, but we're going on. Then I go in with my Becca primer, and I love this stuff. Take a little, not much, just a little on my fingers, that much. Rub it in, and I actually just rub this into the areas that get oily the most. So that's in my T-zone, and I spread it out just a little bit over my cheeks, around the sides of my nose, and in my forehead. I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer in the color Pure Beige, and it looks like this. So I put that under both eyes, just like that. And excuse me, but my brushes are dirty, and it's because I've been using them. But I use the Sigma Precision Flat P90 brush. It looks like that, and I just press it in under my eyes just to conceal these dark areas, because I have bags, as you can see, under my eyes, and I do have some dark areas. So I just go in to the triangle shape and spread it out. I'll just buff it in, press it in with this brush. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to work on the edges with the foundation. So that part doesn't have to be perfect. So I just press it in everywhere I have dark circles, which is from my lower lash line down to just on the top of my cheek. And any area that didn't blend well, I go in with my finger and I just blend it out. And now for the highlight, I use the MAC Prep and Prime in the color, is this right? In the color Light. I don't use very much of this because this is really lightening. So I just put a few drops. I go back in with the same brush and I tap it in. And so what I've done so far is I've concealed my under eyes, and now I'm going in to highlight the under eye. And I press this into the skin as well, and this gives more of a airbrushed look. And I'm gonna go in, I've been using this new MAC Prolongwear foundation. It is absolutely amazing, and it's in the color NC42. As you can see, I am quite pale, and this NC42 gives me just a tiny bit of color. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder brush. I love this brush. Again, these brushes are dirty because I use them. I spray my Fix Plus onto the brush. And I start out with just a little bit on the brush. And then again, I take this and I press this into my face. Pressing it in. And I just press to make sure that it's all blended in well, and to also give me the airbrushed foundation look. And then I go in with the edge of the brush on the edge of the concealer, so this blends out that concealer and highlight so it doesn't look so stark. And I press it around the side to get that little swoosh out, and just to clean up the side. And I do the same thing on the other side. I add a little bit more foundation to the brush, and then I go in and just press it in. Very simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overwork it. Just press it in. And as you can see on my blemishes here on my chin, it covers those blemishes very, very well. I'm going to add a little bit more Fix Plus to the brush. A tiny bit more foundation. I know it seems like a lot, but I'm really only putting a little bit on the brush. And I'm going to press that into my forehead, down my nose, down the sides of my face. And again, I'm just pressing this in. Same thing around my nose. Now when I get around my nose, I do kind of spread it just a little bit on the sides. And then again, where this concealer and highlighter is, I use the edge of the brush and I go in and press it, and I blend out the edges of that highlight. So it looks very natural and it blends right in with the foundation. And then I just take the brush and spread it down my neck, because you want your foundation to look very natural and not just in one place. So now that's done. And because I use a large brush, I need to go around the sides of where my eyebrows are and then the inside of my nose, just so I get a nice, so my foundation covers everything. I don't have open areas or areas with no foundation around my eyebrows. So I take the Fix Plus. I take a small brush. This is a Real Techniques dual fiber eye brush. It looks like this. And I spray a little bit of the Fix Plus. I can't say that right. I put a tiny bit. Actually, I just take what's right here on the end of the tube, and I just go around my eyebrows. Because I use that large brush, it doesn't, I try not to go close to the brows since they were already done. I don't mess them up. And I go in with this small brush around the sides of my nose, just to make sure that I haven't missed any areas down here on the side of my nose and underneath. And that's perfect. Everything's done and blended. So that's the foundation. I'll go in and set my concealer and highlight with this Dermablend setting powder. It's just a translucent powder. I've tried using the banana powders and all of those, but they tend to turn a little bit yellow on me. So again, I use another little, I think this is an, yeah, this is an e.l.f. blush brush. I think that's, yeah, the e.l.f. blush brush. And I put a little bit of the Dermablend powder on there, and I just press it underneath my eye. Just like that. And that sets that highlight and concealer. What I did forget to do was highlight my nose and my forehead. So I take the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost, and I just make a small line down my nose, and I just put a very small amount on my forehead. I don't want to be overly highlighted, but I do want to highlight those areas. So I go back to my Sigma P90 brush, which is the same brush that I used underneath my eyes, and I take it and I press this Light Boost into my nose. Just like that. And then this little bit that I have on my head, I press it around in sort of an inverted or upside down triangle. Running it down my nose to make sure the Prep and Prime that's on my nose is well blended. And then I go back in, of course, with my foundation brush, and I just press around the sides to make sure everything is nice and blended. I don't want there to be separation between that highlight and the foundation. I do the same thing around the sides of my nose. I just press in to make sure everything is nice and blended. And hopefully you can see that that's blended very well. And I take more of that Dermablend powder, take it down my nose and onto my forehead like that. And then for my face, I set that with my mineralized skin finish from MAC in the color medium dark. Go into my mineralized skin finish and I press it into my skin just like that. And now to warm up underneath my eye, I do press a little bit under my eye just to warm up that powder a slight bit, so there's no light cast or anything where I put the light boost or where I put the highlight. We want it to all blend very nicely, blend very well. In any place that I put foundation, I press in this mineralized skin finish. So now I can see that that is all beautifully blended. I don't have any lines of demarcation. I don't have any separation. My highlight on my nose is blended perfectly. There's no lines of demarcation. Everything is nice and smooth. And what I'll do now is I'll go in with my contour. And what I've been loving and using lately for my contour is my Anastasia contour kit in medium to tan. So it looks like that. And the powders look like this. I love these because these powders are gray based, and I mix these two colors and I use those for my contour. And I found this nifty brush at MAC, and it's the MAC 163 brush, and it looks like this. And what I do is I take a little bit of both of these two colors right here. I just press my brush into them. And where my natural contour line is, I take the brush and I brush up lightly. So what this is going to do, it's going to give me sort of a sculpted contour line, and then I can blur the line by blending this up. So I'm diffusing this contour by blending up slightly, and you can see that contour starting to come. Now I'm not going to add any more product. I'm just going to use the brush and blend the contour up just like that. And sometimes I get a little excited and I blend a little bit, or I make my line a little too harsh. And what I'll do is go in with my fan brush, and this is from Crown Brush, and I just lightly blend this contour out. So it doesn't look too stark, that it looks, so it looks soft, just like that. And then I take what's left on the brush and I contour around the sides of my face, and this is naturally where I would have tan lines if I tan. And for my nose, I go in with my Crown brush. This is number S08, and I press it into this middle color, this light color, and I just contour my nose just softly, because we don't want to look super sculpted. We just want it to be sort of a soft contour, just like that. And then I take my ring finger and I blend out the color. So I've contoured my cheeks, I've contoured my nose, I've softened around the sides of my face, and then I'm going to go under my chin because most of us, I know I have a little extra under there, and this camouflage is that little extra. Now for blush, what I've been loving is my NARS Dolce Vita blush. This is so pretty, and I just cannot stop using this blush. And I'm just going to go in with my Inglot 158 JF brush. It looks like that. I get a little bit of it on the brush, tap it off, and I press the blush right above that contour. Just press it in. Don't need much, just press it in. And then once I've pressed it in, I just go back and forth and sweep, just to make sure I haven't left out any areas, or if there are harsh lines, that I have diffused the harsh lines. And then for my last step, I use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. This is my absolute favorite, hands down highlight. I use this in my kit as well because I haven't found a product that looks this pretty on the skin. I just haven't. And I just use a small fan brush for this, and I sweep it lightly in the product, tap it off, and then I just add the contour right here to the tops of my cheeks. Just like that. See how pretty that is? I put the brush in the top. Excuse me, I use the top of the brush and I go into the highlight and I sweep that down my nose. And for the top, for my Cupid's bow, I take a little bit on my ring finger and I run it right along my Cupid's bow. So the face is done, and I'm gonna do the lips. I have been loving a very, very simple lip combination for the summer. And this is MAC's Cork Lip Liner. So I line my lips with MAC's Cork Liner. Just like this. Love this liner. I love this cork. It's like a grayish brown, sort of a muted brown color. It has a hint of red in it, but it's perfect. And then I'm loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the color Undressed. I don't know if that's going to focus because it is small, but this has been my favorite lip gloss this summer. And I know that I'm a matte girl. I don't normally wear lip gloss, but this is the bomb. Now, isn't that the perfect lip color? I love this. This is just so pretty. Can you see that? What a beautiful color. And it goes so nicely with that cork. So this is my summer look. And I'll come back and I'll finish the video up for you. Hi guys, I'm back, and that's it for the foundation routine. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you learned something, or maybe picked up a tip or a trick on how you can do something different for your foundation. I want to thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Also, follow me on all of my other social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I'm also on Snapchat. I don't really do anything on Snapchat, but I'm on Snapchat. So check me out on all of those. I am ItsOnlyMakeup, so make sure you follow me there as well. I do post on Instagram and Facebook regularly, so if you follow me there, you'll see more of my daily stuff and some of the clients that I do makeup on. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. If you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join the ItsOnlyMakeup family, and you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay pretty. Deuces.